podcast, she lies, love, lust, and butt plugs.
Hi guys, and welcome back to She Lies, Love, Lust, and Butt Plugs. This is a podcast about everything to do with relationships, etc., etc. Everybody seems to be loving it so far, so this week I'm going to be doing a podcast about flirting. Now, you might just think that is a basic subject. We're going to go into it all though, guys. But first, Doxy, do you want to sponsor me? Tenga, send me things for free. So, flirting. Let's get into it. The reason I'm talking about this today is because there is a couple of angles I want to hit. Because it's not just talking about how to flirt. Oh, no. It's when you're wrong when you're flirting. Right. So, and also, just give me a few ideas. Now, let's say you've got a boyfriend. And picture this. You're at a club night. There's some girls dancing with their other girls. A guy goes up to hit on her. She turns around and goes, I've got a boyfriend. And like, get the fuck away from me. It gets really aggressive. Girls, you know how long that guy might have taken, to go and ask you out? A lot of my guy mates ain't got the kind of confidence to walk up and just go to a girl like, hey, let's go for dinner. But like, to do that, it's quite a confident thing. You don't have to be a cunt replying to them, do you? You could just say, oh, I'm really sorry, I'm taken, but like, you're really cute. Like, have a nice night, right? Also, if it is a really ugly guy, don't be offended, right? By you saying something nice to him, you could give him enough confidence to then go and ask another girl out. By making a fucking scene like a complete twat that you are, you're actually causing that person to have loads of emotional trauma. Like, there could be a guy that is... I do it all the time, right? So, you're at the front, you're absolutely stomping it, right? You look dressed to the right. You look to the left, and there's this guy. He's only a 3, yeah? I don't give a fuck, right? But he is like, you can feel his awkwardness. If you smile at that guy, fucking have a little dance with him, he might go, oh, that really fit bird fucking dance with me tonight. You know, I'm going to go ask fucking Laura out there. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's all about giving what you get. Flirting doesn't have to be a means to an end. It can make someone say, it's like smiling at a stranger in the street, yeah? Now, boys as well, you've got this fucking issue. Why is it that when you go hit on a girl, they go from, it's the dickheads, it's not all boys to be fair. They're like, all right, sexy, do you want to come back home with me? And you're like, oh no, sorry, I've got a boyfriend. And they're like, fuck off, you slag. You're like, hold on a second, 5 seconds ago you wanted to fuck me and now I'm a slag. And if you wanted to fuck me, you should have known I was a slag anyway, but like... how can you go from wanting someone so badly to hating them because you got rejected? It's like the biggest telltale sign of like psycho. If you can't like maturely turn someone down, because also it really does, like, girls, you don't think about it, it does affect guys' self-esteem loads. And just literally, if you're a bit of a fitty, right, and there's a bit of an ugly guy, a bit of fat, whatever, like an unattractive looking guy to you, and he looks a bit awkward at a night or in wherever, just go over and have a little chat to him and smile to him and give him a little ego boost. Now, honestly, it might do him wonders. You don't even have to do anything too bad. I just dance with people on the dance floor and have like a good old stomp, blah, 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 drag some people off the side, make them feel involved. Because he might then go, have the confidence to then go and ask another girl out. Or he'll have something to tell his mates about. Or like, it'll just, you know what I mean? It's one of those things where it took you nothing. You were dancing anyway. Why don't you just do something nice? Instead of going, get the fuck off me, I've got a fucking boyfriend. So who gives a fuck? Where is your boyfriend then? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know that. Like, now guys, you do have to remember that when you cross the line of like touching me, I will batter you. No, and I don't mean just like giving me an arm tap. Like, the smaller the back, my back is reserved for my boyfriend. Do you know what I mean? Like, my ass is reserved for my boyfriend. Like, it's not your place. Don't think that because I've smiled at you, that's a definite you're in there. Because guys do totally misread body language. Now, also, let's cover this body language and the fucking millennials fucking wrap the world in bubble wrap, fucking ask everyone a question. Is that a hole before I walk over it? Will I die if I eat this tablet of liquid washing tablet? Idiots. I totally get the idea of consent, yeah? You don't, like... There is a level, though, right, of, like, it will kill your mood if everything they do, you go, is that all right? Am I allowed to do that? Right? There's definitely... It's creating a weird... like, it's assuming everyone's a fucking weirdo. Like, unless it's like it's just up the stages, but you can tell if it's all right. And also, if you're having a role play, you're screaming no, 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 and they fucking stop. That's the biggest moment killer ever, is it not? But you need to also remember though that a kiss isn't a contract, guys. Like, if you snogged a girl all night, doesn't mean she's going to sleep with you, right? But girls, you got to remember that by kissing any guys, you are crossing a line of, you are kind of suggesting that, we've gone from mates or just random people to we could be intimate, because that is an intimate thing. So don't get the two muddled up here, because people get it confused where they're like, he was all over me then all night. And I'm like, well, what did you do? Oh, I just kissed him. Well, why did you do that? Like, if you cross that line with guys, usually any of my guy mates anyway, I know they are not going to go and hit on a girl, as in like go up to them and go, yeah, right. But they'll wait for the little sign of the touch on the knee, the little flirtiness, the sat on the lap. They're like, oh, cool, I'm in there now, before they'd even start thinking about it, because they want to make sure it's all good. So if you're doing that, you can't take that back. And guys are like real sensitive at the end of the day. Like, unless you're like, you've got to be real careful, because I have girl mates that are like, well, not actually, they're not even fucking girl mates. They're like, oh, he then tried to he was like, I then invited him up to my bedroom. Why? Why would you invite him up to your bedroom? I have best guy mates, right, that I feel more than comfortable sleeping in a bed with. I fucking wouldn't, though. Do you know why? Morning wood, mate. Every guy gets morning wood, and every guy either rolls over and wants to give you a cuddle, and I'm like, dude, or it's just, it feels like, there's a sofa downstairs. There's no reason for me to sleep in your bed unless we're on a sleeper train travelling through India and the bed is a fucking 2-inch fucking wooden pole. Do you know what I mean? And even then we sleep top to tail. It's a respect thing, man. Like, if you've invited them up to your room, so you've kissed them, you've invited them up to your room, you are misleading the situation. There is no way that, if you're like, oh, well, actually, he shouldn't do it. No, you shouldn't be encouraging it and enabling it. Because also, a lot of people in our crew, they are soft touches. The boys wouldn't fucking hurt a fly, I'm telling you now. But the girls really love the attention, though. So it really annoys me when I'm like, why was he in your bed in the first place? Oh, well, I just thought he would... Well, he then thinks he's in there, right? You've kissed him, you've invited him up to your room, so you're flirting with him all night, you're all over him, what? And then he hits on you and you don't want to fuck him and you feel like that was a weird situation. You created that weird situation. Even if you just kissed him, you're going, oh, I'm really sorry, but I'll put your blanket down and sleep on the sofa. You've totally killed that vibe. That you would never put yourself in that situation. Because it's this whole, there's a fucking word for everything now. Like, everybody's got fucking, a little thing. And flirting, actually, the what if people are the best ones to still have and not fuck. You know, the guy or the girl, you're like, I've got that really good flirty chemistry. I've always wondered, what if we got together? Never fuck that person. It's always disappointing because you've kind of built it up the whole years of your friendship. My what if guys, I was always like, that was shit. I wish I'd fucking kept you as my what if, my like phone a friend at the end of the world guy. But yeah, girls, do think about it. Also, with our guy mates, there are some guy mates who are in love with certain girls in our crew, yeah. So let's take Matt and Danielle, yeah. If you know he fucking loves you, don't be all over him. It's fucking cruel. If you're actually his mate and you want to like care about him, yeah, and you know he loves you, you still give him a hug, treat him normally. You don't sit on his lap. You don't flirt with him. It's fucking cruel, mate. And I see you girls doing it because you love the fucking attention. It's not nice, though. It's not showing you care. It's showing you're a manipulative little bitch. And I don't like that shit. Not with the boys. Especially if you know they love... I've gone up to girls and I've gone, Actually, one of my mates, to be fair, we're at a festival. And she's fucking... And I was like, he's loved you for years. You know that. She was like, yeah, but, I'm not sure. I was like, you have to either be 100% sure on this or call it a day after this festival. Like, you having a little festival romance, fine. But, like, he is besotted with you. She's like, really? I was like, honestly, like, he would give you the world. And I'm only saying this because he would. And you fucking him, you'll lose a fucking good friend. And it's not fair. And she's like, oh, I do really care about him. I was like, sound. But you see what I'm saying, and you see why I said that. And she's like, yeah. So you've just got to be careful with these lines of misconception. Also, boys, if you fucking like a girl, right, and you actually like her and you've loved her for years, don't wait 10 years to tell her, because it fucking annoys us. I'm telling you what, like, you have an amazing friendship, you've got all of these memories, and then some guy goes, yeah, Jem, by the way, I think I love you. And you're like, well, now you've just ruined all of our friendships, because I think you've been trying to get with me the whole time. You have lied to me, and I have probably been, like, when you feel comfortable among one of your guy mates, you know what it's like. It's like, well, you treat them like a brother. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're more feely touchy. You are, if they were in love with you, you wouldn't treat them like that. So you've made me look like a cunt, and now I don't know where I stand. Because also, if I wanted to fuck you, I would have fucked you years ago, but we've been friends for 10 years, and now it's really weird. So I'm telling you now, boys, if you do like your best mate, well, that's how I feel about it anyway. She might already be in love with you. You might be a fucking lucky one of the day. But like, I was so livid. I was like, great. I now think back to every moment of me and you, all the little nice things you did. You were doing it to try and make me fall in love with you or make me your boy. Like, are you joking? Like, I was so angry. Another good story is a guy I was fucking for quite a long time. He sat me down above. I knew he didn't love me, right? Because I knew him really well. Anyway, I spoke about him before in one of the other ones. He sat me down. We've been fucking for a year. He goes, Jem, I think I'm in love with you. I laughed in his face, walked out his flat, went and fucked one of his really good mates, came back and said, how did that make you feel? He said, I don't actually feel anything. I said, because you're lusting, because you're lonely, because we've been doing this for like a long time and it hasn't gone anywhere. It's weird when you're like close to someone, but it's not that closeness you want. He was like, oh. And I was like, now hold on a second, guys. Rewind. I was like 16 at this time, so I was a little bit of a prick back then. But the shock to the system was, I knew he didn't feel that way. I knew it. And the other thing is, you got to be sure when you're getting with someone. 3 months, man. 3 to 6 months, honestly. They can't maintain... But the 3 month thing is only because people can't maintain the lies or the crazy. And also, you get to see them a bit more. Anyone can be your dream fucking girl in the first bit. And also, everyone's like gets together so quick nowadays. Like 3 months is a good time. Anyway, gone off track as per. So, you got to remember, with flirting, right? I have a very interesting technique, which is called the I don't give a shit technique. I don't really flirt. I'm not a flirter, right? And I don't think us Brits really do flirt, to be honest with you. Now, there's a lot of eyes and all that shit, but like, I will just walk up to someone at the end of the night and go, fancy a fuck? Your place or mine? Or like, you gonna fuck me yet? Like, I make it into a bit of a joke, like, but I'm quite overbearing and quite intimidating. And if a guy came up to me and was like, hey, I'm going to take you home tonight, I'd be like, oh my God. Because no guys do that, because I am seen as aggressive and overbearing. But the only reason is that it cuts out the fucking boys from the men, doesn't it? Only men come and speak to me. Little boys are like, yeah, you can take a peg in. So, but I think people need a bit more like, being rejected is not a bad thing. Like, most of the time people have got partners that you aren't seeing, or, oh my God, that was so funny once. So, I was hitting on a beautiful, beautiful girl. I was like, oh my God, please, like the pussy. Come on, like the pussy. And, the whole time, so she's facing me at the bar, and the whole time her boyfriend is sat next to her on the stool, and I didn't realise. And, he just turned around halfway through and he goes, babe, she's trying to fuck you already. Just say no. And I was like, just say no. But my gaydar is off as well. I've hit on a lot of gay guys, but there's nothing wrong with that. But with flirting, I think people need to be a bit more direct. So what if someone says, oh, I'm really sorry, I don't find you attractive? There will always be someone hotter than you, better in bed than you, better at your skill, better. There always will be. There's too many people in the world for it not to be, right? But they can't do it like you. They can't do X like you. They can't integrate whatever. Remember that. I walk into a fucking park and I'm like, do you know what? I'm a fucking 7, but like, I'm a 9 when I suck dick, so like I can suck all of these girls on the table. I don't give a shit, mate. Like, and some models could be there. I'm like, I suck it better than you. I don't get. Like, I walk in with that confidence, and like if you're like fucking banging on top, walk in and go, yeah, I know I could ride all these girls on the table. Have that air about you. Just know what you're good at. There's nothing wrong with being shit at something as well. You got to practice something, man. But you walk in with that confidence. I don't walk in with like, oh fuck you, like. My clit's bigger than your dick, mate. Like, fuck off, you big cunt. Like, I don't care. Like, nobody can put me off intimidating-wise. Now, the other techniques you've got. Can we please stop using the DUF, the designated ugly fat friend, which isn't always designated ugly and fat, but anybody's friend, as the middleman? Fuck me, being the middleman is long. Jem? Yeah. Do you think Ryan, has he mentioned me? Nope. Could you just like link into my profile? Oh, mate, just message him. Literally, just message. Especially if you're a girl, just message him. Guys will be so shocked that you've messaged him, they'll have to ask you out. Like, putting people in the middle. Also, I've had mates thinking that you're hitting on them dudes, and she's like, "Oh my god, he's hitting on me," and I'm like, "No, he's trying to get close to Megan, your best friend." Like. And that's a real cutter, because then you've pissed off the best friend, and she's always going to want to fuck you, so there's always that weird tensional shit there. Now let's say you've got him, and flirting isn't just, right, also, I believe, personally, in relationships, having a little flirt's good, boost your ego. It's like it's like signing up to Tinder, like I said in the first podcast, guys. Sign up. Even if you're like, or sign up if like tell your partner that you're going to sign up to like and to see, get the ego boost. Oh mate, having people to tell you hot all day with your average photos. Remember, guys, average, not the best ones. It just gives you a little confidence boost. And if you're having a little bit of a downer moment and you're a bit like, oh, I feel a bit shit in myself, it is pure vanity and pure fucking ego, but it works. And just it sounds stupid, but like. You do get that for your partner or your friends, but it's kind of old, isn't it? And you're like, yeah, he has to say that. But there's little things like that I actually advise to do. But like, do it with your partner knowing, or do a couples one. Because, oh yeah, couples ones are great. If you've got a couple on Tinder, respect. But like I said earlier, you don't have to be a cunt to somebody who's flirting with you. Like, you don't have to totally shit on their bonfire and embarrass them in front of everyone because you've got a boyfriend. And the girls always seem to make a bigger scene than the boys. Actually, no, to be fair, it's equals pequals. I've seen guys go fucking berserk. So I've said, I'm sorry, I've got a boyfriend. Or I lie and say I've got a boyfriend because he's just like not my type. And I'm literally like, so 5 seconds ago you wanted to fuck me. And now you're fucking kicking off. You're mental. And with the girls, I'm like, you're causing a scene. You're making him feel bad, man. Like, he asked you out. Be flattered. Be flattered that someone actually, like, I think I'm so hot. You're fucking not. Someone bothered to come up and ask you out tonight. In England, that's fucking rare, man. Like, the flirting game is weak over here, like weak. And the boys realising they're being flirted with is so weak. I'm like, dude, she's all over you. And he's like, nah. And I'm like, seriously, bruv? She is all over you. He's like, we're just talking. I'm like, girls talk to other girls, right? We don't need to talk to boys. Boys are stupid, right? Like, we talk to other girls. She's talking to you for a reason. And the other thing is, guys, you've got to stop using your sexuality, like I said before, as a weapon or something to make your partner jealous. It's weird, it's odd, it's actually really uncomfortable to watch, because you're causing people quite a lot of, like, girls especially, you forget this. I have guy mates who are still bothered by things you've said about them or things you've done 10 years later. I bet you don't remember doing it. I've got one of my guy mates who's got a thing. His missus used to go on about how shit his hair was. Oh, your hair's so shit, you have shit hair all the time. Mate, she probably doesn't even remember that. He is so paranoid about his hair, man. Like, so fucking paranoid. And it's actually quite hard to see. And that's all from someone just not fucking, like, you're with him. Just appreciate it. Can't you see what you're doing? Sometimes you can't see what you're doing. But do not flirt with your boyfriend or girlfriend's best mate to make him jealous. Because also, if you do it too often, you're going to give them a complex, right? Or, unfortunately, it's going to happen. And I'm telling you now, you can't trust anyone. Right? Most guys are sex deprived in their fucking relationships, unfortunately. And so, girls, we need to sort this out, yeah? There is nothing wrong, right? Why, like, I don't really get it because I'm such a sex fiend that it doesn't really make sense. Like, I couldn't imagine being in a relationship and not wanting to do that with your partner. But doing it once a week, like, it's good for both of you. It's a reliever. It makes you feel nice. You feel great. Like, someone has to, like, do you know what I mean? Like, the only thing that makes it different is that intimacy and that unconditional, like, I got you, than a normal friendship, right? Why wouldn't you want to make him jizz all over your face when he comes home from work because he's done a day? Why wouldn't you get under the table and eat her out while she's eating dinner because she's cooked her? Like, do you know what I mean? Those are the kind of things you need to do because it makes you feel good. It's actually a massive stress reliever. And it's not even that hard, mate. And I'm sorry, like, girls, it's mainly the girls, to be honest. I see my guy mates be rejected, and then they don't hit on you anymore, girls. Because you're like, nah, not tonight, nah, I got a headache, nah. Right, then they're not going to hit on you anymore. Then you're like, why aren't you flowing? Why are you doing... Because he's been rejected 20 times, and over years and years and years, that really bugs their self-esteem. So then when a girl shows him a bit of attention, mate, you're running the risk of him chipping off and doing something stupid, or seeing an escort. Now, I'm not bothered about boys seeing escorts because that's cool. I get I see escorts. I totally see the appeal. In, out, done. No emotion, no attachment. But you're making it hard, and it's strange that you don't want to do that. Weaponizing anything like that is odd. It's very odd. Like, because you get what you give, mate. Like, also, most guys are really easy to make jizz. Make them jizz and then make you jizz. It's a win-win. Like, you've just got to remember that the intimacy is really important. It's like, not even just that. It's just like holding hands, giving each other hugs, touching each other. All of that stupid shit. Like, and flirting in that kind of cheesy, stupid way where you're like, ooh, it's sexy. Like, it makes a massive difference to people's confidence. And I'm telling you now, it's when people don't feel confident that they start to lose themselves. It's when they feel a little bit jealous or paranoid, they start to lose themselves. And if you're getting the intimacy, you don't feel that. Like, you know you're top dog. Like, could have kebab, but he's coming home to steak. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's difficult if you have a high functioning sexual relationship and they're still flirt gay, but you've got to try and understand your partner. Let's say she's only had one boyfriend and he was a dick. She never really had a lot of male attention. Let her have it. Be like, yeah, she's fucking hot, mate. Who wouldn't want to flirt with her, right? Let her have the little ego boost that she needs. Don't get all jelly, right? And if it's a guy and he's been rejected so much, it will do them favours, but you've got to keep the ego in control. Don't let it get out of whack, right? But a little bit of that is fine. Like, you don't have to worry. But this is when you know the person really well. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've had situations where I've known why they've gone off and been twats. It's because it's not even about you, babe. It's about the thrill. It's about I'm being naughty. It's the excitement it's that adrenaline rush. It's like addictive, that adrenaline rush of like, and they're not thinking about you because all the adrenaline's in their fucking dick. But with girls, can we have a little fucking talk? Because girls, literally, every girl will open their legs like that. And I do not get it, mate. I'm like, yo. Hold on a second. If you're single and everything's cool, like, do what the fuck you like. But if it's one of your good mates or anything, you might lose a good mate over a jizz. Seriously? Buy a doxy. Like, girl, like, learn your place. Like, for me, when I was younger, I might have cheated a couple of times, but like, I'm not a cheater because I make sure that my dick's perfectly trained. And also, I'd have to be like, can you guarantee me this sex is going to be the best sex of my life to risk me upsetting my man? Like, now, threesome's totally different. If someone was jumping involved, that's great. But like, it would have to take that because I would be like, I'm not going to do something that would upset him for the rest of his life. For jizz, like, I can do that myself. Like, this is what I mean by it. It's an attention, it's a build-up of confidence thing. So when people do flirt with you, just think about how you react, because it might have taken them all fucking day, all fucking year to just have the courage to tell you, and you don't have to be a dick about it, and you don't have to like give them a complex for the future. It's not cool, man. You can make someone's day and make someone's life a little bit better by just being a nice person. Like, why cause a scene? And if your girl mate is causing a scene, right, tell her to fuck off or slap her around the face, because if your mate's doing that, nobody can tell my friends apart from me, as in like, I will tell my friends when they're being a dick because they're being a dick and I'm their friend and I want them to learn when they're being a dick and not be a dick. Some random stranger tells them, I'm like, who the fuck are you? Don't know them. Same with partners. You can call your boyfriend a dick. He can call you a cunt. But if anyone else calls them that, it's defend to the death. Now, also, come on guys, talking from experiences, one night stands. Have any of them been any good? Seriously? I'm saying 85% of them, I've either had to finish myself off, do a quick, like, I'm just nipping to the toilet, or literally, like, they are so disappointing they've jizzed on your fucking leg after 3 minutes, do you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just not worth it. Well, not for that kind of sex. Also, when you got to triple figures, mate, like, I want to be 4 figures by the time I'm 40. Literally, like, it really isn't worth the effort of the talking to these fucking lame cunts for the quality of the sex you get. Honestly, some of, like, you might go, what, she's were? Yeah, because some of them are literally fucked in a toilet at work. It's been so disappointing. Like, I used to fuck like 3 or 4 people a day. You want the quality. The quality is what you need, because literally, dude, some of it's so depressing. That's why when you find a decent fuck buddy, you keep him. Or at least you can train him up, right? But yeah, Jesus Christ. And everyone's like, why would you? I'm like, yeah. And also, it's not that hard to fuck anyone. I just get naked and go, do you want to fuck? And every guy would be like, yeah, because they're guys, dude. So I'm going to look up some flirting techniques and have a little bit of a bubble with it, see what they recommend, and I'll give you some of my flirting techniques. Now, obviously, you've got to read the room, guys. Read the guy. Like, there's a lot you can pick up from 1, what they're wearing, and 2, like, how they talk, like, and 3, just like how they interact with people. You're like, oh, you're one of those. So I'm going to look online to see what they say. So here we go. 12 tips that will seriously help your flirting game. Let's see what they recommend and let's see if I agree. Be confident. Oh, God. Yeah, there's being confident and there's making yourself look like a fucking egotistical pleb. Don't be too confident. Trust me, there's nothing sexier than confidence. No shit. But the way you want the confidence is in the bedroom. I've had so much guys that all talk, get in the bedroom and then they're like, and I'm like, come on then. Is that what you got, mate? Fucking let down. Show your interest in their life. Oh, right, okay, there we go. It depends what you're going for. If you're flirting to get them in bed and just fuck them, don't be too interested in their life because you don't want to seem like you want a relationship. Just kind of, I wouldn't agree with that. It depends. If you're going for actual relationship and if you're already with a partner, maybe, but you're talking about their work or something, it's not that great. I wouldn't agree with that. Draw attention to your lips. No. The way to do that is not draw attention. Girls, don't go out and get fucking filler. Jesus Christ. Don't do the fucking duck girl lips. All you have to do is be really close to them. I mean, like, really close. So when you're talking, you are nearly kissing face to face. And then you look down at their lips and then you look back into their eyes. You do that whole, like, you don't say anything, but you just get really, really close. That's a good one. Smile and say hi when you pass them in the halls. Oh my God. Dude, this is like basically, this is just what you do with normal people. This isn't even flirting, really, is it? Ignore your crush, but not too long. Okay, yeah, actually, I have found something out about the way I text people. So, girls, you might not realise this. There's 2 or 3 types of texters. There's the psycho crazy ex-texter, which isn't me. I didn't realise I was like this. I text and press enter after every, like, I'm like, hey, enter. How you doing? Enter. What you been up to today? So it's like, ping, ping, ping. That's what they hear. And if it's a big conversation, it's ping, 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 ping. I sound like a fucking nutter, right? However, if you do the big messages, it seems like a fucking essay and guys don't want to read it. It is all about getting it right. And guys, can you elaborate on your fucking answers? How have you been today? Fine. Okay. Now I'm going to have to ask, oh, did you do anything? You're forcing them to ask you more questions. Just give us a bit of like, throw the dog a bone, yeah? because she fucking needs it. But it's more about timing. If you're actually into someone, you don't want to fucking reply too quick, right? You want to seem busy or like they're not on your mind. And also it gives you time to think. Don't reply too quickly because you might think, I've done it before, I'm like, damn, I should have used that line or whatever. Master the bump and flat. Oh my God. Mate, these are all basic, like bump into them and try and like let them catch them. Oh, this is weak. I'm going to change it. Okay. A master at flirting science, apparently. Right, okay, here we go. So, here we go. Where is it? Sorry, guys, bear with me. Oh, these fucking cookies can fuck off. Okay, so let's go. So, what is it? This article's about body language. Oh, it's body language, yeah, because we fucking communicate 8% through body language. Oh, well, this is interesting. So, what turns you on? Eyes, humour, legs? Research shows that a person's most attractive trait is their availability. I wonder what that means. I wonder if that means like if they're emotionally available, physically available. That's quite interesting. I'm going to ponder that. Research from Rutgers University found that the human body knows within 1 second whether someone is physically attractive or not. Like, it's like how your brain judges someone and then you can change your judgment on them, but it just instantly makes a decision. And if we know if we want to sleep with them, and we know if we want to sleep with them within 30 seconds. Yeah. Fucking hell, guys. We ain't been working fast enough, have we? I got 30 seconds to go. I'm gonna blow my load all over you. 31 seconds. Anyway, more desirable traits. Women with large eyes, small nose, full lips, and height. Oh, yeah. It's because they fucking look like dolls. And high cheeks are seen by men as more attractive because these features are usually correlated with high levels of estrogen, which means the women are more fertile. Women like legs, butt, and chest and arms. The majority of women favour a man's butt as her favourite male body part. Yeah, I do like a good perky butt on a guy. Yeah. Women lie less about themselves and more to protect others' feelings or to make others feel better about themselves. This is a problem, girls. Yeah. If you're trying to... don't lie for somebody else. I always say this, right? If somebody comes to you and asks you a direct question like, did Jeffrey, my dog, eat a sausage off the table? And he did. You go, yeah, he did. Don't lie for the dog, yeah? Because she's asked you a direct question. But if you see Jeffrey taking the sausage off the table, you don't go and tell on him, do you? But if somebody... they already know... yeah... Men lie to appear more powerful, interesting, and successful. They lie about themselves 8 times more than they lie about others. Ooh. Yeah, guys, that's why the 3-month rule, girls. They'll be like, I go to the gym 3 times a week. It's like, you've lived in my house for a week and haven't seen you go once, bruv. That was quite interesting, actually, wasn't it? To be fair. Now, guys always lie. Because they lie to each other, mate. Do you not find that? As in, like, it's a competitive thing. So when he's like, I bench 200, it's like, I bench 205. It's like, you both bench 160, lads. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, it's dick swinging. It's like, I just feel like going, get a ruler, get it out. And like, also, it doesn't really matter how big your dick is because it depends how you can use it. Because like, it's time and place for a small willy. Like, also, most guys have massive monster cocks. Most girls can't take them anyway, so what are you fucking flubbing that around for? Like, you trying to get Steve's attention or what? Anyway,